The Beacon Award goes to the program that most exemplifies the value of the National Association of Election Officials. In recognition of the Henderson Kids Vote 2024 program, this year's Beacon Award recipient is the City of Henderson, represented by Kristin Harrell. Kristin Harrell, ETM, Kristin Harrell, the Beacon Award.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster and fellow election officials. It all started with a dream 3 years ago. It was the 2022 election. I was working as a team leader in our City Hall Vote Center, watching all of these parents come in with the little kids, and the little kids wanting to touch the vote machine. And the parents going, don't touch, don't touch, don't touch. I watched that and I thought, these kids want to learn about voting. They want to touch the buttons. They want to vote for things. One of the city's strategic priorities is voter outreach. Now, for most people, that means actual voters. But I took a step back and thought, what about reaching out to the future voters? If we can get kids interested in voting at a young age and make it fun, then they will become voters when they get older. They will look forward to voting. That's where Henderson Kids Vote was born. We ended up developing a program where we had a ballot for children to vote on their favorite ice cream. We partnered with a local business, Purple Penguin, to provide coupons for free ice cream scoops to all of our little voters. And we created their very own little I voted badge with ice cream cones on it. During the preferential presidential primary this January, we rolled out our very first Henderson Kids Vote. We had 117 little voters very excited about voting for their favorite ice cream. Then in the primary in June, we had narrowed our slate of 8 candidates down to 4 of the best ice cream flavors on the planet, except for bubblegum that I don't like. But we had almost 500 voters at our primary election. Our ice cream is now narrowed down to 2 cookies and cream and vanilla, which will go head to head in the general election this November. Our little voters can't wait to learn more about voting and vote for their favorite ice cream. Thank you so much for recognizing the importance of this program and how it exemplifies the Beacon Award recipient goals. Thank you.
So Chris Stoll, Project Icebreaker, Chris Stoll.
Have you guys ever listened to a presentation that just droned on and on? Or on the contrary, have you ever listened to a presentation that left you feeling energized and challenged? The difference in this is presentation mastery. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, yes. I'm embarking on a new path, so traditionally an icebreaker is to introduce yourself. Well, I've done a few icebreakers before, so I'll give you kind of the basic of it. My name is Chris. I love baseball, working on cars, and presentation mastery. I want to learn more about it. In learning about presentations, I'm hoping to kind of figure out what exactly it is that makes a presentation great, because I absolutely agree that there are some that are just, they wow you, they make you think, make you want whatever it is that you're provoked to think about and embrace. And I'm just kind of curious of the inner mechanics of that. So just kind of looking it up just in general, the framework for it, it looks like, of course, the most important thing is the preparation. you have to know, what is your message? Is it something you believe in? Because you tend to be a little bit more passionate about it if it's something that you believe in. Also, too, are you gonna have an audience that's agreeable, or are you going to have to convince them, this is why I feel this way, this is why I believe you should feel that way as well on it? And the second part of it, of course, after you're prepared for it, is the idea itself. You have to make sure that there's a logical order that you're presenting it in that makes sense. It has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end to it, because if you're drawing up to that grand finale of the idea that you have and you want to sell that, of course, you have to have it in good storytelling with a good structure to it. And then, of course, there's the presentation of it. Because if you're just listening to someone just standing there giving you a presentation, doesn't matter how good it is, you're not going to be engaged. In presentations, it seems like there are constantly different types of presentations all the time. Just turning in a resume is a presentation of that, because you're trying to sell yourself, so that way you can come in and use your Toastmaster skills to win over that job. But of course, you have to get in the door with that visual presentation. And I would like to learn presentation mastery to the point where if people are asked, do you love his presentation, or are you afraid of his presentations? I would like people to answer, I want them to be afraid of how much they love my presentations. Mountain Toastmaster.